This week on Conestoga Connected, we meet one of our own professors whose musical talents have earned him a world record. We visit a local record store with a bit of a twist. And later, Josh and Aaron compete to see who can dance and who's got two left feet.
Good luck. Are you feeling ready?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
This and more on Conestoga Connected.
Welcome to Conestoga Connected. I'm Edwin Harris.
And I'm Sarah Gazzola. Today we're coming to you from the beautiful F Wing here at Conestoga College.
Let's get started.
First up is School's Out, where Mackenzie Dobb visits a teacher inside their classroom.
Then discovers their after-school hobby.
And she didn't have to travel too far to find this talented teacher.
Welcome to School's Out. I'm Mackenzie Dobb, and today we're at our very own school, Conestoga College. We're meeting with a French teacher named James Mitchell, who has a very unique pastime. He's just teaching over there. Let's go talk to him.
It gets you to think about it from whichever angle you'd like to approach it.
I've been teaching now for about a decade, so it's sort of a mix of teaching at the college level here at Conestoga. I'm currently also teaching at the University of Waterloo, and I've taught at Carleton University, and I've taught in a wide variety of secondary contexts, both in Ontario and in Quebec. A lot of people don't think about language as a vocational skill, and technically Conestoga is a polytechnical institute, right? So we're focused on the idea of technical education and vocational education, and language is a key to that. So like learning every other skill, whether it's carpentry or how to do specific things with computer software, being able to speak a language is just like that too. I really enjoy teaching French, but I love the opera.
We're at Knox Presbyterian Church in Waterloo, where James is inside rehearsing for his big show. Let's go talk to him and find out more.
So I'm playing French horn, and I'm playing with the Veracauza Opera Company in Waterloo.
It would have been about 3 years ago now that we got together and just wanted to play a couple tunes and see who came out, and it was a big success, so we've been doing it ever since.
I perform in a variety of orchestral settings. So I perform in Kitchener-Waterloo, and I perform in Milton, and I also played with the University of Waterloo Orchestra, so it's a natural fit. I like operatic music probably even more than I like symphonic music, so it really is a pleasure to play with this ensemble. Obviously I bring my work home all the time, so it's really relaxing to go and rehearse for 2 hours and kind of forget about all the other stuff that's going on in my life. So I find it very enjoyable, and it helps me manage my time, to be perfectly honest. In a lot of ways I sort of have like a dream life. I'm so fortunate to be able to do something that I care so deeply about.
Thanks for joining me at school today. I'm Mackenzie Dobb for Conestoga Connected, and we're out.
You know, I've always wanted to try an instrument.
I also heard you gave a new sport a shot as well.
Oh yeah, the tryouts crew gave me a real good workout this week.
Let's see how you did.
Hey folks, welcome back to Tryouts. I'm your host, Noah Jean-Louis, and we're at Conestoga College today with Edwin Harris, host of Conestoga Connected. We're gonna learn some Kung Fu today. You ready, Edwin?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get hurt, but let's do it.
Let's go. So how do you think you're gonna do today, Edwin?
I'm hoping to do all right. I try to stay fit, but you know, never actually done martial arts, so we're gonna see. We're gonna have to see.
Aww. So we're here with Jeremy Norris. So Jeremy, first of all, are you related to Chuck Norris?
No, I am not.
Okay, so what are you going to be teaching Edwin today?
Just be teaching him the basics of Kung Fu, just 5 animal Shaolin Kung Fu. So you're just going to learn some basics. You're going to be able to kick some butt by the end of this.
All right, sounds good.
Kung Fu is over 4,000 years old. And the term Kung Fu is actually used to describe some of the several hundred fighting styles that exist in China. Here you can see Eddie learning the Shaolin drill, which is comprised of basic punching techniques and includes a horse stance, bow stance, side kick, and roundhouse kick. So Edwin, how do you think it went?
I think it went pretty well. It's way harder than it looks, I think, from my previous experience, but I think I want to try it again. I'm sweating profusely. It's a good workout.
And Jeremy, how do you think it went? Is Eddie a good student?
Yeah, it went really well. He learned more faster than usual, right? That's why I was able to do that one drill with you, and it kind of just, you flew with it pretty fast, so you should feel really proud of yourself after.
Thank you. You're a great teacher.
Well, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next time on Tryouts.
Up next, we meet some animals with hairdos one can only dream of. Then Brittany and the Spinformation crew take a deeper look at a genre synonymous with Louis Armstrong. Coming up on Conestoga Connected. Welcome back. Stratford isn't just home to the theater, but also home to some heartwarming animals.
Kyle Runquist got up close and personal with a whole herd of cuteness this week.
Here's Out of Place.
Hi, I'm Kyle Runquist, and welcome to Out of Place. On today's segment, we're here at Alpaca Acre Farms to visit all these alpacas. Let's take a look.
I live at Alpaca Acres, just out of Stratford, with my husband and son. We breed alpacas and we sell alpaca products from our farm store.
Anne gave us some information that may not have been known about alpacas.
There's two types of alpacas. One is called Wakaya, which is what we have here. The other is called a Surrey, and they're just different fleece types of animals.
In the last segment, we visited llamas. Anne mentions that they are very closely related with a few minor differences.
They are cousins to llamas. They come from the camelid family.
Anne goes into the specifics about why she has these animals.
So what we do here is we breed them, so we sell breeding stock, and we also sell alpaca products from our farm store.
The whole birth cycle for a female alpaca is also an interesting piece of information. Anne went into more detail about this.
They usually only give birth during the day, and the mothers don't lick the babies dry. They figure that's why they do that, because in Peru, the Andes Mountains, it's cold, and this way they have a chance to dry before nightfall. So if you're breeding alpacas and it's 5 o'clock and she still hasn't given birth, it's probably time to call a vet.
At the farm, one of the producers of Out of Place, Alyssa Nankovell, purchased a pair of alpaca fiber socks. Here she gives additional information on how the fur is processed and her opinion on it.
The process that goes into making the alpaca product starts with Dan, Anne's husband, shearing the alpacas. Then they send that wool to a mill, which is then sent to manufacturer, and then back to Anne and Dan to display in their shop. So Anne told us that an alpaca's wool is actually softer than a sheep's wool and doesn't absorb moisture as quickly. So I had to get myself a pair.
This is 31 Alpacas and Kyle Runquist. Thanks for watching.
You know, I wasn't lying. They really are cute.
You weren't. Next up is Spinformation. Records and books are a natural pair, and this shop in Cambridge takes advantage of that.
And jazz and vinyl sound beautiful together, and our host Brittany finds out just why.
Let's tune in.
Welcome to another episode of Spinformation, where we take a deep look into music genres. I'm your host, Brittany Alexandra, and I am so happy to be here. We're here in Cambridge, Ontario, and we're here to check out Mill Pond's records and books. Let's go take a look. So thank you so much, Colin, for having us. We were talking about vinyl and how, in particular jazz, throughout the years is still consistently being bought. Why do you think that is?
I just think it's one of those genres that kind of persistently influences all different types of music. So the musicians that are creating this music are listening to that, and those rhythms and ideas are influencing what they're doing.
It's interesting that you have like books as well as records. Do you find that there's a lot of overlap? Like, are people who are really interested in a certain type of artist buy the vinyl as well? Like, do they come part and parcel?
To a degree, like certainly with the music biographies, and you know, a lot of people will be browsing, and then something will catch their eye, and they'll pick up books that way. And some people just come in and they're like, I love music, I love books. This place is like the best for me, and we'll browse all over, right?
Cool.
So Yeah, it's definitely complimentary, and that was a real draw for us to take the place over. Yeah.
When the couple heard the shop was closing down, they jumped at the opportunity.
Sad that the store was going to be closing, so we kind of used it as an opportunity to change our careers a little bit.
Colin and Christine have plenty ideas for Mill Pond's future.
We're actually going to have our first DJ show sort of thing next Friday, so we would love to have more live music in the space.
Thanks so much, guys, for joining us on another episode of Spinformation. I can't wait to go home and listen to my new Coltrane record.
You know, that's a really cool record. I'm gonna have to ask Brittany how she likes it.
Agreed. Be sure to join us for the second half of the show where our co-hosts Jake and Tristan show off some more great segments.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned.
After the break, find out which scary movie was filmed at a Laura quarry.
The film industry Ontario, $1.6 billion in 2017.
Meet a local entrepreneur who specializes in fresh produce.
So we're promoting fresh vegetables and fruits when they're in their prime season.
And admire the grace of Josh and Erin on Do or Die. All this and more coming up.
Welcome back to Conestoga Connected. I'm Tristan Greenoff.
And I'm Jake Stevens. Tristan, what do we have on the agenda this week?
Legacy greens, Limburg brews, leotards, and, well, Jake, you're not gonna like this, but we have another spooky one for you.
Not again. Let's get connected.
Let's check in with Cool Callings. This week, they visited a local green grocery called Legacy Greens.
Legacy Greens promotes locally grown produce and how to reduce waste in the kitchen. Let's find out more.
I think I had an entrepreneurial spirit in me my whole life. I grew up on a farm. My parents bought a farm in 1985, so I consider them entrepreneurs. Many of my aunts and uncles have owned their own businesses. My grandparents were all farmers, so like that type of energy I was exposed to in my childhood. I founded this business in 2014, and we specialize in fresh produce. We really try to bring in local produce when it's at its prime, locally sourced and in season when possible, while also filling in the gaps with imported products. So we're promoting fresh vegetables and fruits when they're in their prime season. So you'll see tons of strawberries, raspberries, blueberries here in July. We're not selling those year round. So we really kind of roll with it, but we also focus on kind of your core staple groups. So we always have avocados, we always have bananas, apples, sweet potatoes, those types of things we get year round pretty much. We have a kitchen in our upstairs and we do a lot of our own food production. So Erin, who does our culinary selection and production, she does an amazing job at turning kind of like the ugly produce into amazing grab and go options for our customers.
Most of my creating is based on what's in season and what we have in the store, and maybe products that we have too much of or it's at the brink of turning. I would say we only have about 2% of waste overall in the store, maybe even a little bit less. And we're able to do that because we can utilize that product that's no longer sellable downstairs, upstairs here in the kitchen.
It wouldn't feel good if we were throwing out like 10% of our produce every week. Like that would feel terrible. So I feel like that part we're really knowledgeable about how to do because we've been doing it for over 3 years and it's going really well.
Yeah, it's definitely good for the soul.
I've got to say, I was really traumatized by that scary movie Film Locales covered last week.
Ooh, tough break, Jake, because the Film Locales team covered another scary movie this week. You're not afraid of clowns, are you?
Oh no, here's Film Locales.
Jacob Jansen, Film Locales. Today, my crew and I are headed out to a few of the locations used in the 2017 filming of the movie It. Might even have a few visual treats for you somewhere near the end. Let's head out. Our first stop is here in Derry, Maine. Just kidding. It's West Montrose, Ontario, of course. We're here at the historic red covered bridge, aka Kissing Bridge, Covered Bridge Drive. The bridge is the last of its kind in Ontario and the oldest in all of Canada. It was built in the late 1800s, but it remains true to its original design. As much as we hate to leave, we must embark on our next location. We stopped in downtown Elora to talk to WL about the film industry in the area and the buzz that surrounded it.
Elora and Fergus have really become known for film, which we're really excited about. The Film Industry Ontario, $1.6 billion in 2017. You'd be surprised how discreet some of these companies can be when they do come to town. So quite often, the buzz comes after the fact.
While we drive to the quarry, here are some visual treats, aka photos, from the actual movie set while they filmed in nearby Port Hope, Ontario. Allow me to introduce you to the beautiful, beautiful Elora Quarry here in Elora. With a place as gorgeous as this, we really hope to see the quarry and more of the area make major appearances in motion pictures. Now, I don't know about you guys, but all this talk about it and clowns is it's got me pretty spooked out, and the best way to clear my head when I'm scared is go for a dip in a quarry. So I'll see you guys next time. This is Jacob Jansen for Film Locales.
Coming up, Getting Crafty heads to New Limburg Brewing to try their Belgium beer, or should I say Belgium beer. Then the boys at Do or Die see who the better ballerina is in this week's competition.
I know a few of the breweries in this area, but if I'm heading out of town for the weekend, I'm not sure where to go.
Well, you're in luck, Jake, because the Getting Crafty team left the Tri-City areas this week to go visit New Limburg Brewery in Simcoe, Ontario. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm Alex, your host of Getting Crafty, and today we're checking out New Limburg in Simcoe. We're having a little taste of Belgium, but here at home in Canada. Let's go check it out.
I met up with Lee Jackson from New Limburg, and he told us what it meant to keep brewing beer true to Belgium.
We mostly try to stay with the Belgium styles, and we do kind of explore and experiment with different styles that way too.
But you try to keep it true just to the Belgian style.
True, yeah, so try to keep it true that way, and same flavors that you would find in Belgium, a little taste of that here.
You were saying about how you have a yeast kind of thing that you do, how it preserves the beer, gives it some more flavor?
Yeah, so they're unfiltered, we have the yeast in it, so it's bottle conditioned. So with that yeast in it, your flavors, and it's constantly aging and maturing that way. So you can have a beer sit and it'll get more mature, stronger flavors that come through, and over time it's more enjoyable that way.
Next, Lee brought us to the tap room, where we got some history on what the building meant to them and their customers.
So the school closed early 2000s, and it was vacant for a little while until got purchased for the company there. So we try to keep the same setting as the classroom. So we still have the boards on the wall, the original boards and all that. So it keeps it really unique. When people come in, they have the memories of being in the school and how that was, and now they get to have a beer in it. So it's bizarre for some people, and it's a unique atmosphere that way. So then we have a game night where people can play board games or play the N64, Nintendo on the big screen there. We have trivia nights that we have karaoke and live music. We have movie nights, and then throughout we have all different types of events going on, everything from live music to guest chefs coming in.
Lee shared a seasonal brew with me called Witchcraft, a unique beer with an obscure color.
So you'll have some floral flavors that come through, kind of lavenders, camel, that kind of thing that comes through. So it's very easy drinking. I would recommend this to anyone who's drinking this, even if you don't like beer, let's say, a wine drinker, just try this and
you become a fan?
Yes.
Cheers, Lee.
Cheers.
It is good, and I can taste like the fruity kind of...
Yeah, the fruity floral flavor that comes through. It's very nice that way, and it's something that you probably never expect in a beer that way.
Thank you so much for having us. This was a great episode of Getting Crafty, and...
Absolutely, thank you for coming.
Yeah, this was a great experience. We just got crafty, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good one.
Hey Tristan, do you like ballet?
No, not really.
Well, that's too bad, because the Do or Die boys go head-to-head in a steamy competition of passion and dance.
Those boys are so clumsy. I wonder how they'll deal with the elegant finesse of ballet.
Not very well, Tristan. Let's check it out.
I'm your host, Josh Whalen.
And I'm also host, Aaron Stanley.
And we're here at Element Dance Arts
to learn some ballet.
Let's check it out. So how long have you been dancing for?
I started dancing when I was 9 and fell in love with it and have been doing it ever since. And I've been teaching for the past 12 years. Okay, so we're gonna start with our feet in third position. So you're gonna put your left foot in front and your right foot behind, and your front foot is just kind of halfway crossed over, perfect. And then try to stretch your knees as best as you can.
What's your favorite part about ballet or dance in general?
It's a great question. I think that when you step into, or anybody steps into the studio, they can leave everything behind them and just focus on what they're doing within the space. They can enjoy themselves, they can let themselves go, they can take themselves to another place. It's very expressive, so it's just an outlet to express yourself.
Out of me and Aaron, who do you think's gonna win?
I think Aaron has some really good practicing ability, so he may retain the steps a little bit better. But I think that you yourself are pretty agile on your feet and nice quick footwork. So I don't know. I don't know at this point.
For this competition, we're going to be judged on the routine that we learned today.
So I'm going to be looking at your ability to remember the steps, how you move with the music, so your musicality, and your technical execution.
Okay.
Good luck. Are you feeling ready?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Well done. Okay, so my decision was difficult because I think that they both had a lot of strengths. But what it really came down to was the work ethic and the diligency in rehearsal ahead of time, I feel, which really pulled Aaron ahead of the game in his remembrance of the steps. So congratulations, Aaron!
No!
Yeah!
Why do I always get the worst punishments?
What a loser. Oh, this is funny.
Oh, this is the worst thing.
How's it going?
It is very cold. I'm dying. I'm literally going to die. Do you want to dance with me? I had those same pants on before I put these on.
Right, they're perfect.
They're nice, right?
I love that, Bill. That was
Thank you.
I'm Aaron Stanley.
And I'm Josh Whalen.
And this has been Do or Die.
We'll see you next time.
That's all we have for today. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Conestoga Connected.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to stay connected. And we'll see you next time.
So, I mean, great show today. I think we did pretty well today. I think we packed up the